But I'm a virgin, socially awkward with no friends. You say VR is not real, but phantom touch lets me feel. And I don't feel so good, motion sickness kills my wood. I just want to snug! I wear thigh highs, I get with guys that trust my mic died. I'm scared of girls, that's why I pretend I'm one online.
Yeah, okay, so you get the point. Today, my sinners, that's right, I'm going to be talking about this man right here, okay? Thrillseeker. He is a pretty high status, a high status YouTuber, okay? Thrillseeker being one of the most popular VR channels of all time. And I've got to be honest, okay? I don't like Thrillseeker's content, so let's get into it. How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior channel. That's right, the moist, the majestical, and the family-friendly, magical, peak performance Savior channel. That's right, if you're new to the channel, which is highly likely, go down below and do yourself a favor, okay? Just, lube yourself up a little bit and just press the subscribe button. It's really that simple. It's not difficult to do. Go do it right now. Subscribe to this growing and amazing community. Today, boys, we expose the BS. We aren't corporate sellout scumbags, okay? We actually have humanity and real human spirit pumping through our goddamn veins, okay? We haven't sold out, and we never will. If you want someone to expose the establishment, the mainstream media, all of the crazy technology, future dystopia. If you want content that is fighting against this future dystopia, then join this channel. And hey, by the way, I do make music, so go check that out on Spotify. Ooh, I make music? Wow, Savior, you're really cool. We also like to have fun here, so, don't be alarmed, okay? Don't take me too seriously. So today, my sinners, that's right, we are talking about Thrillseeker and why Thrillseeker sucks, okay? Now, I want to preface this video by saying I'm only talking about Thrillseeker's content, Thrillseeker's YouTube channel. I'm not discussing him as a person. I don't know him as a person. I don't know anything about him. In fact, he hasn't ever shown his identity, unlike myself, and that's fine. That depends on the YouTuber. If they want to hide behind a little muzzle all the time and want to hide behind a goddamn corporate box on their head 24/7, that's up to them. So I've got nothing against him personally. Do not take this video as I'm against Thrillseeker as a person. I'm simply only discussing his videos, so there is no harassment in this video. I have nothing but respect for Thrillseeker because he is a successful YouTuber and he's obviously put a lot of hard work into his channel, and his content is highly produced and it's pretty good, but the message that Thrillseeker has, I really don't believe in, okay? I'm completely against what Thrillseeker stands behind, okay, when it comes to his content and, his influence, let's just say, online. I'm sure he's a really nice guy if I actually got to know him, okay? But his content and his influence, I completely stand against it, okay? Because I feel like Thrillseeker is actually spreading really dangerous information out there, and the more people who are introduced to virtual reality and AR and all of this stuff that just detaches us further from our biological nature, I feel like that's very dangerous, especially for younger people. And let me just say, if you are a VR lover, okay, I've got nothing against you personally. You can do whatever the hell you want, it's your life. But my opinion, that's right, I can have an opinion. I'm allowed to have my own opinions. In 2021, Savior, are you sure? Is that allowed? I don't know. Mark Zuckerberg's gonna break down my door and just bend me over a barrel and, fist me, daddy. So, I don't like virtual reality, okay? That's not to say that VR doesn't have its uses, and VR isn't fun, okay? I have used VR. In fact, I even owned a VR device. That's how I know what I'm talking about, okay? VR is a great, fun, entertainment device, and by all means, people should be using it to enjoy themselves, to connect with people, and to, enjoy the entertainment value that virtual reality has to offer. But for future dystopia, which is where we are heading, by the way, especially now since Facebook has basically just gone full dystopia and have now rebranded themselves as Meta, as the metaverse owners, okay? The people who are going to own your very soul and data in the future. I really stand against it now more than ever. I've always not liked it, I've always hated it. I could predict where VR was going pretty much as soon as Oculus released. In fact, there's videos backlogged on my channel talking about the dangers of VR way before it became kind of mainstream, and now sadly VR is becoming mainstream. And the reason why this is dangerous, okay? Already technology has improved at such a fast rate that our simple biological monkey brains aren't really able to keep up with what's going on, okay? We already have people so disconnected from each other due to social media dividing us and manipulating us, and big tech corporations collecting our data so they could own us further, okay? We have people, little children, addicted to smartphones by the age of 5 years old, okay? They might not know how to cook a meal, but they sure as hell know how to text little Jimmy Neutron next door how to, shove a butt plug up his anus, okay? All of this excess technology that we as humans are consuming is very bad for us, okay? And you don't need to be a goddamn scientist to figure that out. There have been countless papers and studies proving that social media, dopamine technology that fills us full of serotonin and dopamine 24/7, okay, is not good for the human soul. It's not good for the human spirit, because it just makes us more and more lazy, more and more domesticated, more and more weak, and more just disconnected from base reality, okay? And as we get further and further away from base reality and living in accordance with nature, which is how you can remain the most happy, philosophy, for example, is a base reality production that helps us orientate ourselves to live in this natural world, okay? Whatever information that exists in the world that helps keep you grounded and connected to your original human design, okay, I salute it. I recommend it, because we are slowly detaching ourselves from reality, okay? And that's not a good thing. Human beings are very social creatures, okay? And we need to be connected. We need to learn to have conversations again, because this is how we create a productive and useful society/civilization, okay? But technology doesn't do that, okay? Technology limits our bandwidth for actual human-to-human connection. Now you might say, Xavier, that's not true. You can meet people online. And yes, you can. And I've met plenty of people online. And the internet is a wonderful thing, and it has so many benefits. But the problem is, okay, is if you disconnect yourself too much from base reality, if we enter a future digital age, which might sound like sci-fi, but it's coming, especially now with the announcement of metaverse and meta, where we all live in a virtual environment that can be controlled by mega corporations that don't see you as people but only collect data on you, okay? This is how we lose touch with our humanity, and this is how we lose touch with creating a productive society, and we basically just lose our progress as humanity. So like I said, VR can be fun. You can have a little dance, a little virtual dance, you can meet people, you can play some games, that's all fine. But we don't want to get to the point where we are now with smartphones, for example, little mini computers that we all carry around with us, okay, where everyone is literally scientifically proven that we are all addicted now to our smartphone technology, okay? We don't want to be like that with virtual reality, where we are spending more time in a digital world. In the real world, our actions matter, okay? In a digital space, they don't really matter as much, because funny enough, when you're playing a video game, you're not actually murdering 5,000 people, okay, if you're playing GTA, and it's the same thing with virtual reality. You're not actually doing the actions, okay, it's just a perceived virtual reality. So we need our attention focused on the real world. We don't want mega corporations to be the owners of all of our information, data, but we're already at that point already. But with VR, it becomes even more of a slippery slope, because I don't like the idea of, companies like Amazon or Facebook listening in to our conversations, but we already give them all that permission. We already know that Facebook, or shall I call them Meta, okay, collect all of our information and data so they can sell it to other companies so they can target advertise us, okay? We already know they are doing social experiments on us to manipulate our emotions and control our perceived reality, okay? And this is how we are controlled like sheep, okay? And we don't want to be so mindless that we just walk off a cliff because, you know, the Grandmaster Wizard Mark Zuckerberg tells us that it's okay. We don't want a Blade Runner future, okay? Because that, funny enough, isn't happiness. That isn't progress, okay? Just because technology seems magical and it can fill your brain with easy chemicals that have the illusion of purpose and happiness, like dopamine or adrenaline, okay? This isn't real, okay? And the more we detach ourselves from the base reality, the more real world problems will occur and the less freedoms we will have as individuals in the real world, because mega corporations will own our digital footprint as well as our real world footprint, because that will cease to matter if we give everything to these mega corporations that will then, you know, transcend our soul and our whole way of life into virtual reality. And you may say, Savior, that sounds like sci-fi, okay? That sounds like a crazy dystopian novel, Savior. You're just crazy, okay? There's no way this could actually happen. But if you look at the progress of humanity and how far technology has come, and now with the metaverse on the horizon, it's really not that far off, okay? And if people get addicted to this technology like virtual reality, and if we start interacting only in virtual reality and have weddings and all of this bullshit that, you know, Thrillseeker likes to promote, which is already happening, people having goddamn weddings in virtual reality. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, that is just so cringeworthy. I don't even have words, okay? It's all fun and games until it's not actually a game anymore, until the only way that you're interacting with your family and your loved ones is through virtual reality. I mean, to me, that's pretty disgusting, and the problem I have with Thrillseeker, and the reason why I don't like Thrillseeker content and his content on YouTube, and why I think Thrillseeker sucks as a YouTube creator, like I said, nothing against him personally, but his influence and these other VR YouTubers like Thrillseeker, to me are very dangerous because they're promoting this idea that it's okay to spend huge amounts of time in VR. It's okay to have all of your social interactions through VR. It's okay to meet girlfriends and have wives in VR. I mean, Jesus Christ, people, how far is it gonna go? With their new technologies that they're proposing, it gets even more scarier, okay? Because now they're able to actually scan your face, actually track your real-time emotions, and they're gonna collect all of this data. They're gonna collect how we are interacting so they can build a blueprint of humanity so they can artificially control us, okay? And this might not actually happen. I'm just throwing out future predictions, okay? But we don't want this to happen. We don't want to give away all of our freedoms. I mean, people are actually buying up digital land, which to me is just so insane, okay? People are creating digital goods, and that's all very fine, but this is so that people can live in their digital mansions because of the digital land that they bought, so they can put digital pieces of shit in the digital pieces of houses. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? Because if it's digital, then you have an infinite play space. Why do you need to buy physical land in an infinite digital world? It just doesn't make any sense. But, you know, this is how the mega corporations will trap us, okay? And keep us in controlled little boxes, okay? I mean, it's just so ridiculous and so disgusting. We really can't have this as the future, and, you know, boomers may reject this, okay? And I'm not a goddamn boomer, by the way, I'm only 25, but the problem is, if the younger generation accepts this, and if this becomes the norm, and everyone just interacts through this future dystopia technology, funny enough, sitting in your room, okay, has serious psychological consequences, okay? You need to do something real. You really need to challenge yourself. You need to get in touch with nature. You need to live in accordance with nature. People need to learn to have conversations again and understand other people's opinions. And you can do all of this amazing interaction through digital technologies, but at the end of the day, it's not in base reality, and we are creatures that are made from base reality, and we need to live in accordance with nature, and all of this stuff is just going to get quickly out of hand, where we lose all of our freedoms and control. And it's people like Thrillseeker and his content, okay, that is very, very destructive, and just the way he always constantly promotes the benefits of VR, even though studies haven't actually been done on it because it's a new technology, even though we don't even know how safe it is for the user's eyes or the user's brain. VR actually produces small amounts of radiation, okay, nothing dangerous, but what I'm saying is, okay, we haven't done long-term studies on the effects of VR, especially the psychological effects. And I know VR can be very beneficial for some, you know, there's been studies proving that it's helped with PTSD, and I'm not against VR, okay, I'm perfectly fine with it being used. And that's the thing, okay, people need to use technology as tools, okay, I'm always talking about this. We shouldn't live through technology, we should use them as tools. But if we get addicted to this, then this will cause serious problems, and Thrillseeker is promoting this type of use, and I really find it disgusting. I just think his whole demeanor and his content is very destructive. Like I said, if he's watching this, which I doubt, the message of VR is, you know, amazing and wonderful and everyone should be using it, is not a good message, okay? And the future dystopia is rapidly approaching, and we really do need to fight against that. So that's what I wanted to talk about, why I don't like Thrillseeker's content, and why I think VR is dangerous in 2021, and how Meta is evil, and how Facebook is basically just awakening this new metaverse that can be very dangerous for the future of humanity. These technologies like VR do have their benefits and it can be fun, but we really do need to be careful, because if companies like Meta are the ones in charge of this technology, it could be very bad news for all of us. I'll see you in the next video. Have yourselves a great day. Peace out.